Great online games are not always first-person shooters like Call of Duty or Battlefield, or open world based like games like GTA Online. Sometimes an online game can be a different game altogether. Just look at games like Chivalry and Rocket League. And that last game in particular is unique on its own right. I mean, a game about cars that play football, that is the recipe of pure failure. Well, it turns out Psyonix Studios instead had gold in his hands with their car football game Rocket League. The game became massively popular amongst critics and gamers alike, and it even got its very own MOG tournament called the RLCS. It even got ports for all the popular consoles like PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And now with the brand new Nintendo Switch port coming from the studio, it's going to try to bring that same experience for the first time to the Nintendo platform. Hi, I'm BroskiPlays, and I'm here to review Rocket League for the Nintendo Switch. This game obviously needs no introduction, and it's actually the best-selling eShop title right now across 3 different regions. But is it worth that, or is it all just an overhyped mess? Well, I've really took my time to play this game, 4 days in total to be exact, and here's my verdict and impression of this car football game from Psyonix Studios. Anyways, let's go. Rocket League's rules are the same as the rules in football, but with a few exceptions. You're playing either 1 vs 1, 2 vs 2, 3 vs 3 and 4 vs 4. There is a blue team and an orange team, and you need to score as many goals as you can in a 5-minute time limit. However, that's the easy part. Now this game really shines in its gameplay. First, the ball. The ball is a 2-meter long gigantic thing that is as lightweight as a feather and feels like a beach ball when hitting it. It requires some really good timing and movement in order to hit the ball the way you want, which makes it such a complicated and interesting mechanic to begin with. Next up are the cars, and each car can do a wide variety of different things. You can do a barrel roll left or right, you can jump, you can boost, and you can even hover or fly if you know how to control it, of course. But the main reason why Rocket League's gameplay is so appealing is due to its gameplay. You see, the ball isn't just going to be there and follow your instructions. It can bounce off unexpected and keeps doing movements you don't expect it to do. So making goals is not going to be a piece of cake at all. In order to hit a ball, you have to hit it with your car. But that won't really do anything considering that your opponent can get the ball stolen from you in a flash. Instead, you jump and dash in it to give it power, and this creates brand new scenarios where the ball requires precise movement in order to go into the goal. For example, I was playing in the match and the ball ricochets off the wall, and now you need to bend your car and give it just a little push to bring it into the goal. However, more times than not, the ball just goes into the opposite direction, giving your opponent a chance to score. However, there is more than this than what meets the eye, because what is football without a goalkeeper? And Rocket League is no exception. In order to save the ball, you have to really get in front of it and dive and get the ball out of the area. However, this is the most difficult part and requires a lot of practice and training. Now, if we talk about practice, Rocket League brings you enough training to become skillful and even challenge you. Not only can you do normal attacking, defending and goalkeeping training, but it also comes with a completely training editor where players from all around the world can make their own practices to train you and learn how different scenarios work in order to get better at the game. Now, for game modes, the game has no shortage. It contains the traditional versus modes, but on top of that it also comes with some fun party modes like Hoop, a basketball type of game mode where you need to dunk the ball into the ring, Snow Day, a game mode where the game turns into a car hockey game, and Drop Shot, where you need to break as many glass panes as you can, and finally Rocket Lab, where you can try experimental arenas and try if they fit the game. Alongside that, there is also a competitive nature, and you can actually try to do ranked matches if you're skillful enough, of course. Now, another thing that makes Rocket League addictive as hell is its customization feature. You can customize your car to your heart's content with changing stuff like decals, toppers, engine sounds, wheels, boost effects, trails, and the list goes on. These customization parts are also containing loads of themed or reference items, like items from Rick and Morty, the Polder franchise, The Witcher, and many more references that you can obtain or get. But that's not the addictive part. That goes into the unlock feature. You see, for every 10 hours of playtime in Rocket League that you spend, it will reward you with tons of unlockables. And you can get these after every complete match for 10 hours straight, and this count resets at the Friday. So the game wants you to keep playing, and trust me, I've been grinding this game just to get all those rare drops that you might get after the match. Even if I was losing with 14-0, I still got rewarded with something after the match, which made it still worth the suffering for me. Now there is one thing that I despise about video games these days, and that's microtransactions. They are the worst thing happening to the gaming industry, and normally I would give a game a lower rating just for that alone. However, for Rocket League I make an exception, because obviously Rocket League got its crates, but these customization options in these crates don't increase stats or give you a better weapon like in Call of Duty or FIFA franchise. Instead, they are just there to show off, and you can get them if you want, but it's not like they will make you invincible or anything like that. And on top of that, the money goes into the tournament pool, which is a great investment considering that your money actually goes to something for a good cause for once instead of EA's pockets. And finally, a thing that surprised me was that Rocket League on Switch is the first game ever to feature crossplay across multiple platforms. What I mean is that you can actually play against Steam players on your Switch. I tested this out by making a lobby on my PC game of Rocket League and let my Switch game join it, and it turns out he actually joined, confirming that Steam and Switch are indeed cross-platform. However, there's a catch. It's not possible to invite Steam friends to a party, only Switch, and you can't trade, but other than that, it's great. For multiplayer, the game features split screen, private matches, and a party system that is perfect for all your online gaming needs. Rocket League's gameplay is a feast of enjoyment. It's challenging, rewarding, wacky, and just fun. Whenever I scored a cool goal, I jumped in the air of satisfaction, and whenever I made the final touch or gave an assist to that one teammate, I felt happy, important, and that's what makes Rocket League unique, and that feeling can't be explained in words. Innovation wise, Rocket League brings a sports genre and mixes it up with racing, online and competitive play. I think no one thought that Rocket League, when it first got on Steam as a beta, will become such a phenomenon like it is right now. And with more content coming your way, this game keeps innovating in even more unique and special ways. Forget all the other multiplayer games you played on Switch. Rocket League is the #1 multiplayer game for Switch for 2017. Its gameplay is fun, addictive and challenging. The customization options are endless and the online is solid and plays without lag. On top of that, the game plays at an impressive 60 FPS and it's looking great for on the go or dock. Even if you have Rocket League on PC, PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, I still recommend you to spend $20 for the best eShop title of 2017. This game is worth every penny and more, and thus I give Rocket League the first ever 10 out of 10 score on the channel. It's an online masterpiece worthy of its name and worth your money. It contains so much content to keep you hooked for days, and every time you start up one match you end up stopping when it's 5 PM in the morning. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this review. Again, I didn't receive this game. I actually spent $20 on this myself because the creators didn't have enough codes at the time. Still, I'm happy with my purchase and I understand fully now why this game is at the #1 spot. Anyways, thanks for watching to a new Switch review, and as always, like if you enjoyed, subscribe so you don't miss any future Switch reviews, and that was BroskiPlays, and stay broski.